Hello, hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel. Just let me confirm whether the sound is visible. Sound is audible. Sorry. Alright, sound. Hello. Okay. So hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel Codis Arcade. This is Saurabh, and today again we are back with our YouTube live session, and it will be a continuation of the last live session last week, last Saturday. Today we'll be discussing about Java looping statements and some patterns. In the last class, in the last YouTube session, we have discussed about a very important pattern, the heart pattern, right? So today we'll be continuing with that and we'll be learning some more. So let's do one thing. Let me take one more pattern so that you can understand how that works. There is a very special pattern which is asked in placement drives. It is the 0-1 pattern. Or the same pattern sometimes is called 1-0 pattern. The 0-1 or the 1-0. Let me take a matrix of n cross n size. That means I will say 5 cross 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same here. I will take the same thing. Not so difficult. The code is easy to write, but only thing is you have to understand that. Okay. And guys, I am extremely sorry for one thing. My voice is not so proper today, so you might be facing some problems. I just request you all to bear with me for this week. Next week when I am starting the live session again, I promise you I will be back at my best. Okay. Right now I am not in proper health condition, so you have to bear with me for today at least. Okay. And at the same time, I will just request all of you to please like, share and subscribe to our channel Codis Arcade, and hit the bell icon so that you receive notifications about our latest updates. Okay. And guys, it's a humble request, those who are coming to our channel for the first time, please subscribe guys, because that is the least you can do to motivate us to bring more better content for you. Okay. So let me draw the diagram now. Okay, so this one is called the 0-1 pattern. So we'll start with a 0 like this. Okay, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1 and 0. This is 0-1 pattern because it starts from 0. The same thing can be written like this. 1-0 pattern will start from 1, 1, then comes 0 diagonally, then comes again 1 diagonally, then again comes 0 and then again comes 1. If you understand the concept, the code will be very easy to write. So I want any one of you to just tell me the solution if you can. Okay, I am also live here. If anyone has any comments, you can pass those comments and I will try to answer them. Right now I can see that there are only 3 to 4 members. So let's see how to solve this. So guys, most of the times what we do is we try to find the solution by writing from 0. Let's do one thing. Today what I will do, I will start writing from 1. So I will take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you observe carefully what is happening, when the row number is 1, the first column is getting filled. See, the first column is getting filled. When the row number is 2, 2 columns are getting filled. Likewise, when the row number is 3, 3 columns are getting filled. How they are getting filled we will come to know later. We will see that, how to figure that out. For the time being, what we can see is, we can see that when the row number is 1, the column 1 is getting filled here. Correct? So I can say the row value is going from 1 to n. In our case, the n value is 5. You can see here, n cross n matrix. And the column value is going from 1 to the row number. This is row 1, row 2 likewise, okay. The column value is going from 1 to the row number, okay. So this is a segregation which I want you to tell. The row is going from 1 to n and the column is going from 1 to row number. Fine. Then you have to find out the similarity between the patterns. How and when are you printing 0? How and when are you printing 1? That you have to find out. I think by now you have already found out that when the row and the column value, if you see this one, 1 plus 1 is 2, right? Even number. Similarly, if you see 2 plus 2 is 4, correct? Even number. At all the even places, we are printing a 0. When the row plus column is even, we will print a 0, okay. And if I see you here, you can see 2, this is 2 and this is 1, 2 plus 1, this one, this is an odd number, 2 plus 1 is 3. When the row plus column is odd, then we can print a 1. That's all, that's easy, it's as easy as that. Clear? This pattern, if you understand, it becomes exactly the reverse in this case, okay. So let me just write it down like this: 1 2 3 4 5. Here also 1 2 3 4 5. So here I can simply say that when the row plus column value is, say, 1 plus 1 equal to 2, right? When this is even, I will print a 1. Vice versa, whatever we did there, we are doing the exact opposite here, right? And when the row plus column value is odd, just for example, if I say 2 plus 1, 3, we are printing a 0, correct? For even, we are printing 1. For odd, we are printing 0. That's all. Now let's try to write down this in the code. I hope you have understood how to approach this question, and let's try to solve this down. Okay. Let me open IntelliJ IDE and let's start writing the code. Okay. So I'll open the project that we were using for our purpose. Okay. So let me close this. And we were talking about patterns, right? So let's do one thing. We had discussed the heart pattern in the last class. Guys, if you have not gone through the last class, the data is already given in the so what I was telling was, if you have not gone through this, the data is already given in the, I mean to say, the link is already given in the last class YouTube link. You can go through that and you can understand about that, okay. So let's do one thing. Let's try to create a new class where we will learn about the 0 1 patterns. I'm creating a class like this, 0 1 patterns, okay. And if you remember, for the 0 1 pattern, when it was row plus column even, we were printing 0. And guys, let me just make the appearance black, okay, black, because it is difficult to actually view that. My technician is actually having some problem with focusing on the camera, so just bear with it. Let him adjust so that we can again start, okay. Fine. So in the main function, let's create, let's do one thing. We'll just write like this: let's take an integer n, and then I will say print s out, enter the number of columns, or rather than that we can say enter the size of the matrix. Okay, so here we need to take the scanner class, right? Scanner sc is equal to new scanner system dot in. We have already discussed this in the last classes. So now after that, let's take the input. Rather than writing it here, I can directly write it below. Int n is equal to sc dot next int. I am storing an integer. Okay, after that I will say for int I equal to 0. Rather than that I can write row r. What was the condition? It was going till n, right? R is less than. So if you remember, I did not start from 0, I started from 1. So r equal to 1, r less than equal to n, r plus plus, and for int c equal to 1, the column value went from 1 to the row number, if you remember. For the first row, the first column was getting filled. For the second row, the second column was getting filled. So I can say c less than equal to r, the row number, and then c plus plus. Okay, I will say s out. First we have to write the condition, right? If our row plus column, we have to give a bracket again because we need to set the condition modulus of 2 equal to 0. That means if the row plus column values added together is yielding or giving an even number, at the time we will print a 0. Let's write it down here so that we can even easily understand that. Okay, so before even writing this, I am saying this is the 0 1 pattern. It will start with zeros. Fine. So I'll say s out. I want to print 0. Okay, we will see how the changes are occurring, and based on that we will modify this later, but let me write down the base condition right now. Else I will say s out, we are printing a 1. That's it. But if I run this now, it will not be the exact output. Okay, so let's run this and see what we are getting and what are the difficulties that we might face. So I'm writing n is 5, our example. See, everything is going in the next line. This is not what I require. So what can we do? As I told you, this ln has to be removed so that we have the control in the same line. Now if I run this, everything will go to the same line. That is also not correct. Correct? We should not be doing that. Say, let me say 5. Now everything comes back to the same line. This is also not the desired output that you are looking for. So what to do? You can simply go to the next row by writing ln. Now see the output. Size of the matrix say 5. See, we are getting the output, but we need to write some spaces there. So what we can do is, after the number give a space. Here also after the number give a space. Now run this. Enter the size of the matrix 5. See, this is the 0 1 pattern starting from 0. It's working, right? So I hope now you have figured out how to write it. Similarly, I think I did not write one line. Okay, rather than writing a comment, we can actually print this, right? Control X, S out. I will say paste. Remove this comment. Now let's run this and see. So I'll give the size as 5. See, 0 1 pattern starting from 0. Similarly, we have to change the logic there. When it was row plus column equal to even, we are actually printing 0 here, right? In the other case, we can do one thing. We can just print the opposite. Let me just copy this much part of the code. and just paste it here, and here I will say 1 0 pattern. The 0 can come here, and here I will just say change it to 1, change it to 0. That's all I have to do. Let's see, we are getting both the patterns or not. We run this now. So it's asking me for the size. Let me say 6 here, just in case to see whether it is working for all values or not. Run this and you can see, guys, this is the 0 1 pattern that we have here, and then we have the 1 0 pattern also, this one. See, 1 0 pattern. So both are working exactly, absolutely fine, no problem at all. So I hope you have understood this, how to solve this. So guys, as I have already told you in the last YouTube live session, you should be always understanding about one very important thing. The thing is something like this. What I was saying is, whenever you are solving any pattern program, any kind of pattern program, you should remember one very important thing. That is, break the diagram or the pattern down into parts and try to find out some similarity between those parts. You will find something. Based on that, you can write the code. So as you saw, when we are trying to print 0, we were saying even or odd. Based on that, we can find out the similarities. Correct? So this was a simple example of a pattern called the 0 1 or the 1 0 pattern. Now let us go on to one more pattern that I want to teach you, or just want to show you. It is also a very famous pattern. It is called the zigzag pattern. Okay, I hope now this is clear. So try to make videos daily. XYZ is saying try to make videos daily. The problem is we have to go to colleges to deliver same kind of training to the students, XYZ. So Monday to mostly Friday we are busy with colleges. Lots of engineering colleges in Bangalore we have to go, and maybe outside Bangalore also we have to go. So it is really not possible to come live daily, but we will try our best. Maybe from the next month we will try to bring more videos, and we will try to cater to some other queries that you guys have. So sure, we'll try to do that, but for the timing I cannot just promise you something that is not going to happen very soon. Okay, so I will try my best to actually come live at least 2-3 days a week, but for that also we are actually not getting time, because in the morning as soon as we wake up we have to get ready for the colleges, because we provide placement training in lots of colleges in Bangalore and also Karnataka. And after coming back from 6 to 8 in the evening, we have our own in-house batches going on, where students are learning Java, Python, C, C++, some are learning DSA, some are learning machine learning, some are learning web development. So we really don't have time for that. I'm really sorry that I'm not able to give you time. But still we will try actually our best to come live more and try to teach more and more concepts to you. And it is really motivating us a lot when you say that this kind of things are really very motivating. When someone says that they are really learning something from our videos, and at the same time when they are saying that, sir, please uh, make videos daily. Hats off to your dedication, and we are also motivated when students are actually interested in learning something. Thank you for what you said, and I will surely look about it and talk to my team and see what can be done. If we can come live at least half an hour daily also, that will be a big thing for us also and for you also. We will try to bring more content to you as much as you can. Thank you for the suggestion. Okay, and so as I said, next pattern that we are talking about will be the zigzag pattern. That's a very important pattern. So let me move this up. The zigzag pattern. This is a very interesting pattern, and it is actually also a pattern where depending on the n value everything is going to change. Okay, it is called a dynamic pattern. Let me give an example of the same thing. So let me draw this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so the row value here in this question will be constant, but the column value will keep changing. Okay, so the pattern somewhat goes like this. That what color can I take? Let me take green color only, because that is actually visible. The light colors are actually visible when you are actually writing in black background, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here the purpose of giving this kind of a question is that the row value is constant. Constant means the row value is 3, it will not change. Okay, either you can say 0, 1, 2 or you can say 1, 2, 3, doesn't matter. The row value is, there are number of rows is 3 only, and the column value will change. Column might change. How do you figure out that change? Suppose I have one and then I have two triangles here. Suppose I need one more triangle. Then let me do one thing. Let me move it to the right hand side a bit, because I hope, yeah, that is fine. So that I get more place to write here. As I said, the row value here is constant. The column value might change. How? I said there is one triangle like this, there is one more triangle like this. If I need one more triangle, I will need 4 extra columns. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Why? I will tell you why. Let me just draw it. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got one more triangle. So the column value can be, in this case, let me write down, or let me say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9. It can be 9. Okay, it can be 9, or it can be plus 4, which is 13, or it can be or plus 4, it can be 17, and so on. Okay, so this is how it is actually working. Okay, so how do you solve this? This kind of questions are very popular in placement trips. Many interview questions ask this kind of patterns, and students really try to search for so many logical reasoning things to solve this kind of questions. But what I want to tell you is, you will have very less time to solve this kind of questions. That is why it is called competitive coding. You have to be very, what to say, agile to think about this. You have to be very fast while you are solving this kind of questions. Okay, so just, can anyone tell me anything? The comment section is all for you guys. Just tell me, like, what kind of logic can you think about this? Think about this. I have given you the diagram also. See, if you here I am giving you a simple hint. Don't start from 0, let's start from 1. Okay, so I am writing 1, 2, 3. Here I am writing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. And here it is 10, 11, 12 and 13. As I said, plus 4. One more triangle you need, it will be 17 plus 4. Okay, so how do you do it? Think and tell me. Did anyone come up with anything? Any idea? Okay, let me just help you out. I will circle some stars I am circling this star, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. Again, if you want, I am circling this one, and this one. Okay? But I am not taking up this. I will take differently, this I will take differently, this I will take differently. I will tell you the reason behind that. What can be the reason behind that? So if you see all the stars or the asterisks circled with orange color or yellow color, whatever is visible to you in the screen, all these similar ones have one common property. The common property is something like this. Just see, 3 plus 1, add the row and the column, you will get 4. Then 2 plus 2, you will get 4. Then again this 1 plus 3, you will get 4. Okay, and here 3 plus 5, you are getting 8. Again this one, 6 plus 2, 8. So all these things that I have circled here, if you see this, all of the yellow color or the orange color circles, when you add the row plus column, let me just do one thing to make it more clear. I will write something like this, try to understand. All the boxes, let me write down this. So this one is 3, 1, then this one is 2, 2, this one is 1, 3, this one is 3, 5, okay, and here this is 2, 6, this is how much, 1, 7, okay, and this one is 3, 9, this is 1, okay, 1, let me erase this, 1, 7, this is 3, 9, fine. So if you see here, let us talk about only this much, or let me write this one also. This is 2 plus 10, 2, 10, and this one is how much? 1, 11, and this one is 3, 13. So here these are what? This is row, this is column. This is row, this is column. This is row, this is column. If you add them, all of them, row plus column modulus of 4 is equal to 0. That means all of them are divisible by 4. Okay, all of them. But only exception is this one, and this one. Correct? Let's write down the row and column values for them also. So one part we have figured out. This is done and dusted with that. The next part, the second one, let's see. This one is 2, 4. The next one, this one is 2, 8. And the last one is, if you see, 2, 12. Yes, anything that you find common, let me write down R and C on top so that it can help you better. R, C, R, C, R, C. So you can see the row is 2 everywhere. Yes, what is the column? Column is 4 here, 8 here and 12 here. They are actually multiples of 4, right? Correct? So can I say row equal to 2 and column modulus of 4 equal to 0? Can I say this? Let me just move it a little bit on top. Yeah. So if you see, the row value is 2, 2, 2. So I have written row equal to 2 and the column value, this is 4, this is 8 and this is 12. So they are actually divisible by 4. So I got two parts. The first part is when the row and the column are added, then actually what do you get? We get that it is actually divisible by 4. In the second part I got that when the row is 2, when the row is the second row, this one, then the multiples of 4 are where we are actually typing the stars or the printing the stars. That's it. I hope this is clear now. Okay. So let's write down the code so that you can understand better about this. Okay. HDMI 1. So this 0 1 pattern we already solved right now. After that, now let's finish off the zigzag pattern. What do I need from the user? I know the row value is constant. Okay, so I don't bother about the row, I just bother about the column. So I will say scanner sc is equal to new scanner system.in. Okay, then what can I do here? I can just say that int columns is equal to sc.nextInt. I'm taking the column from the user, but let me just make it more interactive by asking the column from the user, because the column value was changing, right? Remember, the column value was changing from 9, then if I wanted one more triangle I had written 13 plus 4, then 17, then 21, then 25 and so on. Okay, this much we had known. So now let's do one thing. Enter the number of columns I will ask from the user. Okay, so now we know the number of columns. Now for int row is equal to, I said 1, 2, 3, it is constant, r less than equal to 3, r plus plus. Then for int column is equal to 1, column less than equal to calls, the calls value given by the user, column plus plus. What was the first condition? When the row and the column added together was giving you a number divisible by 4, then we are printing a star. So if I say if our row plus column modulus of 4 is equal to 0, and we have to combine this with one more condition, or I'll give a bracket, I'll say row equal to 2, whether if it is the second row and if the column divided by 4 is divisible. Okay, I think I have said something wrong. I should say if the row is 2 and the column is actually divisible by 4, then also we will be printing what? In both the cases we are printing asterisk. See guys, in the pattern they can give dot, hashtag, asterisk, anything. The logic is important. Whatever pattern they are writing, in that the character is not important. The logic is more important. The character can be simply typed there, right? So I'll just say s out. But now I think you have figured out that s out will not work, so I have to use the print, not the ln function, because I don't want to go to the next line now. So here I will print star. Okay, else what will I print? I will print a empty space like this. Fine, but as I said, after this I have to go to the next row, right? So I'll just use a print statement. Let's see if this is working or not. Then we'll decide about the other stuff. Enter the number of columns. Say the number of columns. In our example, it was 9, right? So let me take 9. See, it is working, but it can be even better. It is a little bit compressed like this. So let me give a space after the star here. After the star, one space. Here also after the space, one space. Now let's see the output. Enter the number of columns. Say 9. Yeah, better. See, we are exactly getting the zigzag pattern that we need. Fine, understood? And one more thing guys, we had to verify if I want one more triangle, there are two triangles, if I want one more triangle like this, then we need 4 columns. So right now I am writing 9, then I will be having to write 13, right? So let's see, for this let me give 30. See, we got one more triangle. So if I write 17, I should get one more. 1, 2, 3, I should get one more triangle here. So I think people feel happy, even I feel happy when I am actually trying to solve a problem. When you get the output, there is a totally different feeling about it. Silly code, it can be a very big code, anything. When you are actually getting the output, you are really happy about it. So I want everyone to be happy about what you are learning. Otherwise, you will not be able to learn anything. Okay, so let me just see, if I write 17, I get 4 triangles or not. So if I write 17 here, I should be getting 4. See, I am getting 1, 2, 3, 4. Fine. So this is how the zigzag pattern works. But also I want to tell you one more thing. Let's talk about that now. Interesting fact. In the competitive coding rounds, there is a problem. You will have very less time. Then maybe you will not be able to understand the actual similarity or actually what is happening with the patterns. So at that time you will not have that much time, right? So what can you do at that time? That is what my concern is. See, I am trying to find the similarity between all the stars, and based on that I am writing the code. But sometimes you will not have that much time. You will hardly have 2 minutes to think about it, or maybe 3 minutes to think about it. At that time you have to be very sharp, and you have to be very, what to say, instinctive to know about the answer. Because as long as you are trying to find out the logic, the time will be gone and you will not be selected. You will miss that opportunity. So I don't want that to happen. So in that kind of scenarios, when you are actually totally blank, you are not understanding any logic, at that time mathematics is the only thing that can help you. Okay, so what you can do is, let me just give you an example what I am trying to say here. Try to understand. Okay, for the first row, okay, sorry, I think I need to change it. For the first row, just think of the row 1, okay, which columns are printed, just see and tell me. The column number 3 is printed, the column number 7 is printed, and the column number 11 is printed. For the second row, row 2, if you see here, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, they are actually even numbers. Columns are 2, 4, 6, 8, so they are actually even numbers. So I can write column modulus of 2 equal to 0. This you already know, this I don't have to discuss about again, right? For the third one, let me drag it a little bit more up so that I can write here. Okay, fine. For the row number 3, row number 3, columns, fast, very fast you have to find out, 1, 5, 9 and 13. So 1, 5, 9, 13. Just see what I am telling you. It is a very easy shortcut, okay? Try to understand that. 3, 7, 11. If I do all these numbers one by one, if I do modulus of 4, what am I getting? Just tell me quickly. 3 modulus 4 is 3, 7 modulus 4 is 3, 11 modulus 4 is also 3. So ultimately, when I say our column modulus 4, I will get 3. The second one is even number. The third one is, if I show you here, do modulus 4 again, column modulus 4, and tell me. 1 modulus 4 is 1, 5 modulus 4 is 1, 9 modulus 4 is 1, 13 modulus 4 is 1. Okay, so modulus 4 is 1. Got it? This can save you a lot of time. If you can do this, even it is an easier way to understand. When you are not able to find out any logic or similarity, then you can do this. The second row is an even number. The first one mod 4 is 3. The third column mod 4 is 1. So let's write down the code based on this logic again. Okay, till here we have already written. Now we will go to the second part. So what I will do, I'll copy up this same thing to create the same pattern but in a different way. Okay, same thing. Here I will just say s out zigzag 1, and here I will say zigzag 2, because that is my logic 1 and logic 2. Zigzag 2, or sorry, or rather than that I can say logic 1 and logic 2 also. That will make even better sense, right? Logic 1 and logic 2. So in the logic 2 I said this everything will be same, only thing is that, okay, let me just say for the first one, what was it? The row is equal to 1 and column modulus of 4 was equal to how much? 3, correct? For the second one, the row is equal to 2 and column modulus of 2, it is an even number, remember? I had already told you that. Let me just align that properly so that it is meaningful and it is understood better. Okay. Fine, this is working fine. Or I think there are extra brackets, is it? Okay, this bracket is not complete. Now it's fine. Or I will write row is equal to 3 and column modulus of 4 was equal to 1. Remember that? These were the three conditions. For the first row, when we did mod 4 for the column, we got 3. For the second row, it was an even number. For the third row, when you did mod 4, we get 1. I have already showed you how it is working. Now let's run this and see if this is working or not. Right click, you can take any number, doesn't matter. Enter the number of columns, let me say 13. See, zigzag 1 and zigzag 2 both was working fine. Correct? See, zigzag logic 1, the first logic that we use, and the zigzag logic 2, both are working absolutely fine. Yes? So guys, I hope you have understood this, and we have actually, now I think you will be very well understanding how to solve pattern programs, correct? So what we will do in the next live session that I am coming on next Saturday, for the timing I will not promise you that I can come daily, but we will discuss about that in our team and see what is efficient for us also and for you also. Based on that, we will decide whether you can come at least on alternate days live for half an hour to 45 minutes. That will be a really good thing, right? So we will try to bring more content for you, and but guys, there is one request from my side. If you really like the content that we are bringing to you, and it really takes a toll on us, we really struggle very hard to bring good content to you. And if you have any suggestions, there were lots of subscribers who are actually telling us lots of suggestions. Somebody has told me to start DSA in Java also. Guys, I am finishing up the basic concepts of Java. After that, I will definitely start with collection frameworks and DSA with Java. Okay, and we'll be doing competitive coding question solutions also. That will also be done, right? But we need motivation. I need all of you to subscribe to our channel and help us reach more people. I need more reach so that whatever we are giving, this is totally free of cost. See, subscription won't charge you any money, but it will really motivate us to bring more content to you. That is what I want. Okay, so thank you for watching, guys. In the next class, I will be starting with one of the very important looping statements in Java, and also it is there in C++, the for each loop. okay, and I will solve some important questions on them, and then we'll move on to functions in Java. Fine. So it was really nice having you guys live for this Saturday. Have a nice weekend, guys. This is Saurabh signing off. Bye bye and happy learning.